We have some major updates to changes that are going to be happening to credit reports and credit scores in 2025. Millions of Americans have no idea that a lot of these changes have already went into effect and some are approaching very quickly. These changes are going to affect everyone. Now we're going to start at number 3 and work our way down all the way to number 1 that you do not want to miss. Number 1 is the biggest that you do not want to miss because not enough people are talking about this. But before we get into this video, make sure that you smash that like and subscribe button so this video gets out to more people so everyone can stay up to date on these massive changes that are going to hit credit reports and credit scores in 2025. Now let's go ahead and jump into number 3. Number 3 is buy now, pay later apps. We have confirmed that Affirm is going to start reporting all Affirm buy now, pay later loans on April 1st, which is just a few days ago. We covered this in a previous video. Now we have 100% clarity as to what those changes actually look like. Now a lot of people said, oh, well, you know, these buy now, pay later loans are not reporting to my credit reports. Well, now we have confirmation that they will start. So let's put it up on the screen. So Affirm credit reporting plans originated on or after April 1st, 2025. Beginning April 1st, 2025, all Affirm payment plans and associated repayment activity will be reported to Experian and may be reported to other credit bureaus in the future. Now, as you can see, they're trying to prepare you, like, get ready, it's gonna hit your Experian credit reports, but now it's possibly gonna hit others. Now they have to get Equifax and TransUnion to adopt it, which most likely they will. I would say it's more than a 95% chance that they will because they want there to be recourse if you don't pay or if you are late. I'm gonna say it again, and I said it in a previous video, these are considered short-term loans, anywhere from 3 months, 6 months, all the way up to 12 months. I don't think they offer a 24-month plan, but some of them may, depending on the product that you're gonna buy. Everywhere you turn, everyone is offering an Affirm payment plan, and that's not good, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have the money to actually purchase it then and there, don't even bother because these are going to damage credit reports and credit scores. Now take a look at this little chart. Let's put it back up on the screen right here and scroll down to where it says these things may affect your credit. Pay over time plans, your payment history with the firm, making late payments, how much credit you've used, and how long you've had credit. So to break it down the simplest way possible, this affects your age of credit. Every time you open and add a new line of credit, it reduces your average age of credit. People want to argue, oh, it's because, you know, it's building positive payment history. Yes, it is, but understand reducing your average age of credit hurts you. And then if this is a short-term loan that only goes 3, maybe 6 months, even just 12 months, once it closes, it's going to drop your credit score. So be aware. Now listen, I understand that a lot of issues are going on in America right now, and affordability is one of them. So people turn to these loans, but these are financial traps. They are designed to keep you in debt. If you cannot pay them off in the time frame allotted, guess what? The interest rate kicks in and it eats you up. It is designed to keep you in debt forever. These are predatory financial traps that people just need to stay away from. Now let's put the next slide up on the screen that says Affirm credit reporting plans originated before April 1st, 2025. So anyone that has any active Affirm plans that were previous to April 1st, 2025, you still can potentially be affected. Now let's actually show exactly what they're talking about. So Affirm currently reports some payment plans and repayment activity for plans originated prior to April 1st, 2025 to Experian. Typically, your first monthly installment plan with Affirm is reported. After you've had at least one plan furnished, Affirm won't report subsequent plans unless they become 30 plus days overdue. So if you become late and you miss some payments, it's going to hit your credit reports. It's not just going to be the late payments, but it's going to be the previous ones before that and then moving forward most likely. So if you continue to get late payments, it's going to destroy your credit. Now moving on to number 2. Everyone thought this was a joke, but now I brought proof again that on April 1st, 2025, rent reporting is going to start across America. Now this is going to be on a state per state basis. Understand that. North Carolina, California, check your state and see if they have enacted this also, because let's put it up on the screen right here where you can see rent will start reporting on credit reports in 2025. Starting April 1st, 2025, landlords in North Carolina must offer tenants the option to have their positive rental payment history reported to credit bureaus. referrals, helping renters build their credit history. Here's the problem though, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the big problem. They're saying they can offer the option, but we are seeing stories of people stating that they never opted in or they never opted out, and their landlord reported their rent. And guess what? They reported late payments. Now be aware, this is 100% an option, but I'm willing to bet money that people are not reading the fine print, and it probably states, if you do not respond, we will begin reporting your rent automatically. So make sure that you deny it or opt out of it, because you do not want to risk getting a late payment on your credit profile. Now, if you're someone that says, I've got security, I don't have to worry about this, then yeah, go ahead and let them report those rental payments, because it will help you, but it will not help you the moment you get a late payment and they slap it on your credit reports. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using Dispute Beast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created, and specifically to Wesley, Wesley's credit score went up over 226 points after just 2 rounds with Dispute Beast. And also Marcus's credit score went up 337 points after just 2 rounds with Dispute Beast. And let's not forget Richard's credit score went up 446 points after just 1 round with Dispute Beast. Dispute Beast is going to be pinned at the very top of the comments and in the video description for anybody that needs to fix their credit. Last part's the most important. And the biggest question I have here is, are they going to charge people to actually do this? Because it's a service that they have to pay for. This isn't free for landlords to report your rent. Anything that is reported to the credit reporting agencies must be paid to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. This is exactly how they make money. This is also exactly why it's difficult to remove a negative account from your credit report, because it's attached to a company that is being paid. So the credit card company, the rental company, the loan company, they all pay to report that information to the credit reporting agencies. I truly wish that all these landlords and rental companies used Boom Report, because Boom Report is the only rent reporting company that does not report late payments. Boom Report only reports positive payment history. So if you're someone that says, okay, I'm gonna opt out of reporting my rent with my landlord, but I do want to take the benefit of this and then use Boom Report, they will report to all 3 credit reporting agencies, which is great. And they will only report positive payment history for the months moving forward on your plan. But if you've been living there even longer, a previous 2 years, they can report those previous 48 months of on-time payment history, injecting that positive payment history into your credit reports instantaneously within that first month. So there is a positive to rent reporting. It can help build positive payment history and build up your credit score, helping you increase your credit score even more. But the problem is, we don't know what rental reporting system these landlords and leasing companies are going to use. Are they going to report to all 3? Are they just going to report to one? Who are they going to report, and how is it going to report moving forward? Those are questions that you should seriously ask your leasing companies out there or your landlords. Link is going to be in the video description for anyone that needs Boom Report. Now moving on to number 1. The Trump administration is actively seeking to eliminate and eradicate the education department.
Today we take a very historic action that was 45 years in the making. In a few moments I will sign an executive order to begin eliminating the Federal Department of Education once and for all.
Millions of Americans woke up to their credit scores dropping 100, 150, all the way up to 250 points, because now their student loans are reporting on their credit reports. Now the student loans are reporting late payments. Now those student loans that were in forbearance are now officially in default.
8 million Americans just woke up with a tanked credit score because of student loans. If you have a student loan, you might want to check. Even if you think it was forgiven, there are errors now being reported to the credit bureaus that you still owe the debt. But you really don't. They're just mistakes.
I'm literally so stressed out. My student loans affected my credit officially. Started today. I just can't believe it actually happened. I didn't think they were being for real about the student loans. Like, I thought I had more time, but I guess not. I literally don't know a single person that's been making payments. I have so much debt, like in general, when you don't even include the student loans. So
this video is for anyone who has student loans who woke up to a significant credit score decrease due to their loans coming out of forbearance and receiving zero communication that this was even happening. I woke up one day 2 weeks ago and I had an email saying that I have a new credit score update through CreditWise. So I signed in and saw that my credit score dropped 144 points.
Now, for anybody out there that was on an income-driven repayment program, you are supposed to certify yourself every single year. It's called recertification. You're supposed to recertify yourself every single year. If you did not do that, you need to make sure that you do that. Now, they have actually pushed the date out to 2026. So you'll have a full other year to recertify. So let's put this up on the screen. IDR recertification dates are being moved, giving student loan borrowers more time. Let's scroll a little bit down. It says, since borrowers must use the IDR application to comply with the requirement to recertify their income annually, some were unable to recertify during the application outage, leading to substantial increases in monthly payments in some cases once the recertification deadline lapsed. So people weren't able to recertify. Now all of a sudden, all these massive payments are due. They didn't pay. They defaulted. It hit their credit reports. This second paragraph right here is very important. The department says that for borrowers who had recertification deadline on or before February 20th of 2025, no action is required for those who recertify their income and had their request timely processed. Now, for those whose loan servicer did not timely process a request, then your recertification date will be extended by 1 year, reads the guidance. You do not need to submit recertification requests at this time. Other borrowers who had pre-February 20th recertification deadline and had experienced a spike in monthly payments should submit a recertification request as soon as possible to potentially lower your payment, says guidance. Okay, I get that part, but remember, they're not processing any of these documents right now while there's an injunction. So file the actual recertification to lower your payments, but it's going to be a massive wait time. I'm going to tell millions of Americans out there, if you have student loans, whatever you do, do not default on those student loans. And if you have, try to get them on an income-driven repayment program and get them out of default. You only get one chance to pull them out of default. Use that one chance to get them on an IDR plan, an income-driven repayment program. I understand there's going to be a backlog. There's going to be a massive wait, but start the process now. Because if your student loans are in default, they can in fact garnish wages and they can in fact garnish tax returns. This is in no way, shape, or form a coincidence. And listen, there are other millions of Americans out there that are making good money, but their debts are way too high and these student loan payments are too high. So you're probably saying, okay, if I get on an income-driven repayment program, that's not going to help me. You're right, it's not. So the only other option you're going to have is the SAVE plan. And both of those plans are on the chopping block right now. So hopefully a federal judge will reverse this, because all of this money has already been allotted and it was decided by Congress. And all we can do is wait to see what happens with a federal court. And in the meantime, dispute and attack any late payments. Dispute and attack any student loans that are not supposed to be on your credit report because you're still in school. Fight back and don't let them report these items on your credit report and destroy your credit profile. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We covered another big one on major changes that are happening in 2025 that is being pushed by the Trump administration. Now make sure that you watch this next video, because it is about the most powerful AI credit repair software that anyone can use on their own to fix their credit. Now if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.